Hello and welcome back, guys. So far we can click on categories and see items in that particular category, which is pretty cool. Now what we need to do is finish up with all this. Let's add a way to change these ads here and change the slider content here, and then let's change the info at the top there. Okay. So these are social icons here. As I can see, there's Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Google Plus. Is Google Plus even still a thing? But anyway, there's Google Plus there, and then there's what is this? This looks like I don't know if that's a social website. Looks like the web or something. I'm not sure. But if you know what it is, you can add for that as well. Then the phone numbers here and email. So let's see a way we can do changes to these things in the settings so that somebody doesn't need to actually hard code these things on the website to change them. Yes. So we are already logged in. Let's go to the admin because that's where we want to be able to change those things from. And at the same time, I want to load my database so that I can check what's down there. But before we add a table there, because we will need to add a table, let's see if we can add settings here. There's slider images, which will be for the slider images, but I want to add one more for the social icons, right? Social links, maybe we're going to call it that, no problem. So let's go to our app and views and eShop admin. And let's see, there's the admin view. Wait a second, what view is this? Yeah, this is the sidebar actually. So sidebar.php. So let's come down here to see where we have settings that has submenu. So settings right there, and then there's this one here which says slider images. Yes, so let's just duplicate this one to make more of these. Yeah, so duplicate, boom, we are done. So slider images there. Instead we're going to go for social links, or what do you call this, contacts. Yeah, I don't know, you can put whatever you want there, really doesn't matter. So then there's admin, and then there's settings, and then there's slider images, but we change that to socials. I'm just going to call it socials like that. Okay, so refresh and let's see if we can see something there. Ooh, social links and contacts. Click, clickety-click. Okay, so now the link goes to admin, settings, social. So the thing here is going to go like this. The admin will be the controller, settings will be the function that will run, and then socials will just be our variable. Yeah, so let's go to what be this? Let's go to our controllers and go to the admin controller. The admin controller is quite busy. Now let's see down here where we have so we don't have a function for settings, do we? Let's go and double check. Yeah, none. Okay, so good, this will be the first time. So let's do function settings. Yes, like so. Alrighty then. So now remember that we have three parameters in the URL. So we've dealt with the admin, settings, but what about socials? Socials is something we're going to capture here, and that one will be setting type, or let's just call it type, like I saw. By the way, if you want to do some hinting, you can still do that. You can say string type like that, just to make sure that it's always a string that is supplied there, or else it causes a fatal error. Okay, so we have function settings, and yeah, I think that's about it. So what we need so far in here is, let's copy these from the top and put them here, because that remains the same. And also we want to copy what's here just to make sure somebody's actually logged in. Wait. Okay, check login, yes. Otherwise redirect the user. So we will not need to read any orders whatsoever, but we may need to read settings. So we will have to create a settings model, because usually the golden rule is that for every table we create a model for it. Okay, so before we do that, let's just mute this for now, because we don't actually need it. So here, type, wait. Where is type coming from? Oh, how convenient. All right, so let's see what we get once we refresh. Very good. So we say undefined variable users. Why though? Okay, so the reason is simple. What's happening is we're loading the wrong view here for users. We have to load a view for, what is this? This is supposed to be a view for socials. So socials. Now that one does not exist. So let's see what will happen. Oh, oopsie, we can't find this page. Okay, no problem. We're going to create the page. Let's go to the admin folder here. Make sure you're in the admin folder, and then right in there we can do a right click, new file, save the file as socials.php. Save. So all we're going to do is create some sort of a table so that we can add to the socials. Let me save this and let's refresh. Hopefully we don't get the 404. Okay, so things are looking up, but unfortunately everything has disappeared, so we don't want that kind of thing. Let's go to the users table because it's kind of a model of what we want. So I'm just going to copy everything in here and paste it inside socials. So the table that we have though is not accurate, but it's a table nonetheless. So here usually it's a good idea to check if these things do exist. So let me go back to users.php here and correct that. So I'm going to duplicate, oh, what have I done here? Duplicate and duplicate that one. Push these two inward, and then here I'll put an if statement. It's always good to ask if is set. So is set users, and also just to confirm that it's an array. Is array. Doesn't hurt to check just to avoid errors like so. However, in the ideal situation, you don't need to worry so much about these small time errors because you have to switch them off during when your website is live. So let's put end if here as well. But sometimes you may forget. Showing errors when your website is live is never good because you are giving away too much information to possible hackers, and you don't want that. So duplicate there, and if as well, if like so. So this is inside the socials page. So what are we looking for here? We are looking for very particular settings. So I'm going to change users to settings, but I'm just going to select the user part here and do find every one of these guys. Where are we here? Okay, I think that should do it, and change that to setting like so. Okay, pretty cool. So let's come back here and refresh the page. So we are on socials and we see nothing, which is to be not expected, because we are at least supposed to be able to see the table. Yeah. So why I cannot see the table? This is not good at all. Let me click this again. I have no idea why that worked. Okay. All right, so we have a table here of sorts, and it's not really showing what we want to see, but that's okay because we don't actually have a table for these socials. So let's make a table in the next video.